another episode of Fishing Prop. My name's Ryan. I'm joining you from the island of Taveuni in Fiji, where I arrived yesterday and heading out on the first day of kayak fishing here. Sun should be rising just any moment now, and hopefully we'll get into some great action along the drop-off and the reef structure. I hope you enjoy. Alright, I just tied on this Ocean Cat 150 gram jig. I've had good luck with them before. It's a little heavier than I would normally like on this rod. I loaned out my slightly heavier Phenix travel rod yesterday to a buddy. Ended up breaking the tip on that, so yeah, using this one instead. Today and for the next few days we've got really high winds forecasted, relatively speaking, 20 to 25 mile per hour, pretty steady, so that's going to pose some challenges, but I'm still out here trying to make the most of it. Alright, I'm going to reposition and let these troll behind me while I do. Yeah, baby. I'm going to try to reel this other one in. Yes. All right, I got one in. This fish hit on the 150 gram Ocean Cat jig when I was paddling back up into the wind. We're making progress now. Took some drag at the beginning. All right, I got color. Seen some bright blue down there, so I'm not entirely sure what it is, if it's a bluefin trevally or something else. Whoa, there it goes. As it got closer, now that I don't have to worry about it getting into the rocks, I was just adjusting the drag a little bit. Oh, maybe a small tunoid of some type. Yep, looks like maybe a skipjack. Oh, foul hook, that's why it's fighting so hard. Good fish of the trip. Not great, but you know, happy to get the skunk out of the boat today, and fun to break up the morning with nice fish like that. Alright, we will let this guy go. Excellent. Lost all the distance that I was gaining when paddling up, but it was worth it. So we'll get us turned around, get the lines back out, and see what else we can find. just saw some fish splash in this weeds. Oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, that fish followed it right to the boat. Couldn't tell what species it was. Oh, there we go. Fish on. Oh. Gosh. Well, whatever we're hooked into, it's for real. Getting my second line clear. Oh my gosh. With how tight the drag is now, but I got it stopped at least. Okay, I'm gonna ease up just a bit because I'm just worried this is gonna snap at any moment. It feels like it. Oh. I have no idea whatsoever what I hooked into here. Trying to just think about what I need in order to fight this fish safely, and debating whether I should tuck my paddle underneath. I think I will. Oh, oh my gosh. Come on. Oh. Felt like he shook his head a couple times and tried to run, but didn't have it in him, and now we're gaining a little bit of ground. Grateful. Right now we're going into the wind. I might get a chance to see something soon. Getting quite the ride. Bye-bye. Oh, whatever it is, it's big. It's real big. Oh. A little worried that we're going to lose battery power in the middle of this fight, so I'm going to turn one camera off and leave the other on for the time being. Did another big run. Winds are continuing to build and get swirlier out here, so this is going to be quite the fight. I'm not sure how long I can keep not sure whether the weather is gonna let me safely continue fighting this fish for that long as these waves are building. Alright, I got some ground back. That fish a long time. The batteries both died, and eventually it broke off. So I don't know what that was. It was a heck of a fight. Some really good long runs. It was exciting. That's about all I can say. And now I'm exhausted. Alright, need to tie a new leader, get rigged back up, maybe get some food, and I'll get back to it. Okay, so I've fully re-rigged, got a new leader, another 150 gram Ocean Cat jig on, got my Yuzuri out the back on the other rod, so we're back in business. Fish on. Oh my gosh, that was great right off the bottom. Well, the action is certainly heating up. This does not feel particularly big, especially after compared to the last one. Right on the bottom, so we got a lot of line to bring in here, but we're getting close. Should have color soon. Yep, what do we got? Oh, beautiful coral trout. There we go. Lovely fish. Decided to resume my paddling to get us back a little closer to shore as these winds and waves continue to build. I think once I get another mile up ahead of me, I'll be a little bit more in the lee of the island, and that'll provide just a bit of protection from some of this weather we're having here. It's a beautiful, comfortable day to be out as far as temperature and partly cloudy. But I don't want to end up getting blown to the next island over, so time to do a little bit of work and paddle in. Alright, gonna drop this down, do a little jigging. Looks like we've got the Fiji Airways Twin Otter coming in. That's the inter-island, one of their planes that they fly from Nadi to here on Taveuni. Alright, just off the bottom, hooked into something. Without the depth finder, I'm just blindly dropping down here. To be honest, I just wanted to break from paddling for a little bit, so decided to do a little jigging, and lo and behold, hooked into something that feels real fun. I'll also say, between all of the paddling, that big fight I had earlier, the arms are getting sore. Definitely a little worked. In a good way. Oh, don't. Oh, I just had color. Saw the kayak and decided it wanted to be nowhere near here. Oh gosh. Either that or it got sharked. Alright, I need to get the other line in so I can string up. Okay, this thing seems got much more serious. I got the other line wrapped around me. Oh, we broke off. Oh. This is exciting. You know, I just saw color. I didn't see a shark or anything, so I think whatever it was just saw the kayak, decided it was going to leave. So I'll get this in and deal with the second line. Where did that break? I'm tying on 150 gram pink and glow. I've actually had a lot of luck with this jig in various places. Just tied on, put on some new assist hooks, and let's see if the fun continues. Alright, I'll be back with you once this gets to the bottom. Alright, as my lure was dropping, I noticed all of a sudden my line, it wasn't dropping, it was just running straight out. And so, as I went tight, it just got cut off. So something toothy, maybe wahoo, barracuda, who knows. But hit that jig on the way down. The bummer is, that's 350 gram jigs gone this morning already. And in this wind, I kind of need that weight. I don't know if I have any more with me today, so I'll see what I've got. So I decided to re-rig after being bitten off again, and switched up so that my lighter setup, my Phenix travel rod. Now has the Yuzuri deep diver on it. And my heavier rod, since we've been getting more action on jigging, I've tied on a new jig on this. Out of 80 or 150 gram jigs, so 80 is what I put on now. I'll restock when I get back to the house tonight, but that's the plan. So I'm going to cast out this 80 gram jig. I'll do a little bit of jigging here, and then since it took me a while to do all this, we've been blowing off quite a ways, so I'm going to start paddling back quite soon as well, and we'll troll and then take some breaks and do some jigging along the way, since that's been yielding some great results out here. So that's the plan. Alright, so I'm just dropping down this pink and silver jig after paddling a ways back. Just taking a break from paddling. See if we hook into something, and then I'll keep on moving. This is taking too long to get to the bottom. I might have a heavier bucktail with me, so I may switch to that. Because I think this just might have too much flutter for its weight to actually get down to the bottom with this level of wind. Oh, that's a fish on. Look at it. That's fun. I think this is the first fish on this new rod and reel combo. On the drop, which would explain why we were having a hard time getting to the bottom. Alright, just a little guy, but I think, I don't know what species that is, so I can chalk that up as a new species for me. The weather was starting to get a little bit worse, so I decided it was time to move closer in towards shore. And I'm glad I did, because it didn't take long for the rain and the winds to really kick in. At least we've gotten close enough to shore that some of the waves have died down, so we're making a little better progress now. Well, we came through the storm. I've got reasonably close to the shore, and the wind has died down just for at least the moment. We might have another system coming in shortly. So I just casted out this bucktail. Gonna give this a couple shots while we're here, and then maybe put on a different style of jig if we don't get something on this. I decided to switch up jigs, putting on this purple and silver 60 gram jig. Purple is my daughter's favorite color, so I was thinking of her and Sage. Hopefully we'll catch some good fish with your favorite color jig. All right, fish on. Oh, that's a pretty one. This guy go and then fix my camera alignment. All right, Sage, your purple jig got the job done. Fish on. Cool. I have not caught one of these before. There you go, buddy. There we go, fish on. It's small. Oh yeah. Little lizard fish type thing. Quite the mouth and face on those guys. There you go. Oh, let's get you overboard. I'm gonna get picked up about 3 o'clock today. It's 2:15 now. I've got to make it down the coast a little ways before then, which will mean I've been out for about 9 hours by the time we get off the water. That's going to be it for this first episode from Fiji. I certainly had a great day on the water and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do click like or subscribe, especially since the next episode is going to have some great dogtooth tuna action and some other really cool species. So hopefully you'll be looking forward to that. And until next time, hope you can get out and get after it.